All right, gang, we're out here in the barn with the 2020 2038R. As you may know, if you own a 2038R, this machine does not come with a radiator grill screen. The 1025 has the grill screen that you can pull up out of the radiator and remove the shaft off to the radiator so your radiator doesn't get clogged. You keep that clean and you're in good shape. The 2038R does not come with one like some of the other models that are larger frame, the 3 Series, the 4 Series, 5 Series, etc. The 3038R does come with this grill screen, and that's what you see here. This is a 3038R grill screen kit that you can order from John Deere. The part number is BLV, if I get it right here, BLV 11022, Baker Larry Victor 11022. That's the part number that I bought. This is today in 2024. This is about $100 part. There's not a lot to it. I'll put a screenshot here of what's included and what you won't need in the kit. Not every bolt is required, but this is the grill screen that comes for the 3038R. In the kit comes the screen. It will come with these side rails that you see here. It starts here and works its way down. There's 2 bolts that go down each side. This bolt is a larger 13 millimeter. This is the only 13 millimeter bolt you're going to use from the kit. Then there is a 10 millimeter down here. And on the other side, it's a little darker, harder to see, but the rail starts about right here. There is a bolt here that's a 10 millimeter, and then one down below the radiator hose, the drain hose right here. There's another bolt down there at the bottom. It's important to note that this kit is not. There are some fitment issues behind the oil coolers here. There is some areas where this screen does interfere or drag, if you will, on the back of the oil cooler. So I'll let the camera here focus. If you'll notice, this inlet side, there is a, come on, focus. There is a little tab on the back there that the screen gets hung up on, both going in and coming out. And then on this side over here, it's the same kind of thing. There's a little bit of a tab or a little bit of a bracing or something, I don't know what you'd call it, on the back side that it interferes with. It kind of gets caught on. So when you're pulling the screen in and out, I'll pull the screen up here. These cross members here, stick out just about a 16th or maybe a quarter, I'd say 1/16 of an inch, but it's just enough to get snagged on that little notch that's on the back of that oil cooler. So as I put it in here, get it in a slot. Let's put it in a slot here. As I put it in, it is a snug fit with one hand. It will come down, and this cross member here sometimes gets caught right there and doesn't go all the way to the ground or all the way to the bottom. And so I just reach in and kind of give it a little push, and it'll go on down. But this is the kit. Included with hardware included with the kit is this 13 millimeter bolt, a 10 millimeter bolt. There is 2 10 millimeter bolts over here, this one and the one at the bottom, that are included with the kit. However, you don't need one of these. One of the 10 millimeters, all the same. But this bolt here is included from the factory. It has this radiator drain hold down here. Mine was turned inward, so the tabs were pointing that way, but I turned my tab around so the tab is this way. It doesn't interfere with the rail at all. This is a rail here underneath my finger, if you can see it. But that bolt there was already here, so I didn't need that in the kit. And likewise, there's a little tab here that's on the rail that's not used for the 2038R. I'm not sure what this is used for, maybe a brace in a 2038R, or excuse me, the 3038R, but there is another 13 millimeter short bolt that's included that's not required. So in the kit, you'll use the 13 millimeter here and two 10s, one on this side and one on the opposite side, in order to attach the rails and get everything fitted in. I chose to install mine loose, so I put all the rails in, put the screen in, kind of got it situated the way I wanted, and then tightened everything down after the fact. Now, to deal with the fitment issues, to deal with the drag on the back, I put two very thin washers on the back side here of both this brace here and this brace on this side. So on both sides I've got two washers, and then here on this piece that runs down behind the oil coolers themselves, I believe I have 4 washers stacked in behind here, and it still gives me enough threads to keep the self-locking threads on those bolts. And so that's enough to pitch this out away and give me the clearance that I need back in behind there without really putting any stress on the on any of the hardware or any of the hosing, the lines that run down through the base of the tractor to the pumps and things like that, to the rest of the tractor. So that's the 3038R radiator screen, grill screen on a 2038R. On the sides here, you'll see the hardware as it comes out. There's holes already made for the taps that go on the back side of the bolts. You see that one there, and the same on the other side over here. Very easy to get to when you take the side shields off. You can get to these super easy. This is not a difficult kit to install, other than the fact that I needed a few extra washers to shim this out to make this lean out further to resolve that clearance issue. One last modification that I made. You can see here it hangs. One last modification that I made on the bottom of the screen. On the bottom of the screen, there is a little lip that runs along this bottom, and that's just to keep space between the rails and the radiator. I chose to take a flap disc and grind that off. This was dragging on the back of the oil cooler, but this was catching and just outright a pain because there's this lip down there. I just took a flap wheel grinder and just kind of worked this plastic off to where it's smooth. But that's the only other modification that I made to the kit. I'm super happy with the outcome. I can't wait to get this machine back out in the field and actually put it to work, and then see how much debris gets caught up in this. Hopefully that I can work out the shimming here and eliminate that drag, so I'm not dumping chaff down on my battery and whatnot. But it's better than being on the radiator itself. So anyway, hopefully this helps some folks with kind of a background look of how this kit goes on.